Turn around now, and you can go home in one piece.
I don't believe this.
It's true. They're all making their own way just fine without me.
Get me out of here!
Well, all good things must come to an end. After all, the growing success of the Yakuza series was bound to get to Sega and RGG's heads, with the obvious desire to westernize a beloved series as a way to reach the dreaded modern-day audience. I know this series has passionate fans. I mean, the fans helped keep the Yakuza series afloat at times when its future seemed bleak, and I'm one of those passionate fans. The Yakuza series is one of my favorites in recent years, but after what's been brought to light in regards to Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, I refuse to support this series anymore until RGG gets their shit together. The images shown and what I say in this video probably won't get through to a lot of the naive fans' heads, so I'll have links to videos from Censored Games that covers a lot of what's been going on with Sega, RGG, and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth in the description. While Sega had been known for making bonehead decisions at times, embracing tourist localizers and trying to fan the flames by posting about harassment policies is a whole other level of tone-deaf judgment calls. However, what really takes the cake is seeing Masayoshi Yokoyama echo Sega's views and run damage control for this new direction for the Ryaga Gotogo studio that will slowly but surely drive longtime fans away from a series that at one point Infinite Wealth players never gave a shit about. Anyone at RGG Studio supporting localizers should raise red flags with fans. When higher ups at RGG explains they work closely with localizers early in development in order to meet global standards, should tell you that this studio is compromised and the future of Like a Dragon could look like a total train wreck. Catering to the West was something original creator of the Yakuza series Toshihiro Nagashi refused to do because he understood the appeal of the Yakuza series, and I think most longtime fans would agree that what drew them to the series was that it wasn't trying to be a Western game, which is why when people would compare Yakuza to GTA, we would shake our heads and how idiotic those comparisons were. Seeing how now Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth has feminist dialogue and one of the worst casting decisions in recent memory, that being Young Yeah as Kazuma Kiryu, not to mention an out-of-place rap song that plays in the opening to Like a Dragon Gaiden, which RGG spent minutes trying to convince everyone was not ass, and the head-scratching trailer for Infinite Wealth featuring someone named Drewski who I had never even heard of up until I saw the trailer. And it really shows how desperate Sega and RGG were to cater to a new group of fans while abandoning their core audience. Some of you probably think what I'm saying is some doom and gloom nonsense, but the evidence speaks for itself. Nagashi leaves and in comes Yokoyama. Now RGG is indoctrinated by tourist localizers telling the devs what is suitable for the modern day and not properly translating the script. Miscasting a badass character in Kiryu for some woke AI that reads articles, simps for Hideo Kojima and CD Projekt Red, blocks anyone that criticizes him, and drinks Soylent.
I go by many names. Some call me the plumber of Dojima. But you can call me Mario. Mitsumi Mario.
All while pretending him voicing Kiryu was a dream job when the guy is more open about his love for Kojima and CDPR than he is about Yakuza. Which reminds me, Young Yeah is supposed to be the guy that calls out companies for egregious business practices, but has he talked about Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth locking New Game Plus behind the paywall? Of course not. That's another controversy surrounding this game. And unlike Yakuza 7, the backlash towards this won't change anything. the same way Like a Dragon Gaiden didn't receive a physical release despite people asking for it. Yet Yakuza Kiwami 1, which wasn't full price, still received a physical release. Hell, the Yakuza Remastered Collection gave us the PS3 game case of Yakuza 5. Now Sega and RGG can't be bothered with stuff like that despite the series growing in popularity. I think steering the Like a Dragon series away from its Yakuza crime roots is a mistake. Yokoyama explained in an interview, along with him expressing his concern for violence in video games, that his reasoning for shifting away from the Yakuza themes basically has to do with him wanting to tell different stories. But in past Yakuza games, there was far more going on than simply taking down the Yakuza. Character bonds, relationships, and life lessons also take center stage. Play Yakuza 0 to 6 and you'll know what I'm talking about. Besides, the Yakuza Gangland themes are what made the game stand apart from other games on the market. I mean, they already turned the series into a turn-based RPG that divided fans. So why continue to divide fans even more with the story elements that many grew to love? I couldn't help but notice during the marketing for Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth that the tone seemed less serious in favor of being much more lighthearted. That's not to say there's nothing serious about the game. After all, Kiryu has cancer and Ichiban has to find his mother, who he presumed was dead. But it can't be denied how heavily the wacky and upbeat aspects of the series have been highlighted in Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I don't know if it's to draw newcomers in or to slowly shift away from the gritty and serious aspects of the series, and with the localizers working closely with Sega and RGG, I wouldn't be surprised if the quality of the writing and story takes a hit, which I'm sure it has, seeing how the feminist writing made its way into Infinite Wealth, and who knows what else they managed to fuck up. Thankfully, there's the previous Yakuza games to go back to. I don't mind playing through them again, especially with how this series is going. I doubt I'll ever give any new release a try, unless Like a Dragon Ishin is saved from any modern day westernized bullshit, since it came out before Gaiden and Infinite Wealth and has no English dub. If so, then that will be the last RGG game that I actually invest my time in. As for Infinite Wealth, Gaiden, or any future releases, such as a sequel to Lost Judgment, I refuse to support a now compromised studio that clearly has lost their way. Now you can tell me to try Infinite Wealth for myself, or go on about how well it sold. Save it. I don't care about any of that, because real fans know when to walk away from a series that aims to cater to the wrong crowd in order to get good press from politically correct journalists and random activists on social media. Whereas a corporate slave will consume anything a studio puts out due to brand loyalty and wanting to remain a superfan. For me, I'd rather be the real fan that's not afraid to express criticism towards a studio that once knew their true appeal. I'd rather be the fan that could walk away from a series they enjoy greatly. But most of all, I'd rather be the fan that could be honest with what's transpiring and say that this is no longer Yakuza or Like a Dragon. If anything, it's a betrayal from a series that wants to denounce its past.
I'm such a mess. I'm lost. I'm no good at this.
What's going on in there?
Can't even drink this pain away.